Hello guys, my name is Stephanie, or you can call me Mago Mago. Um, that's my channel name. This is my second video because premiere day came out today, or premiere night. I'm recording on premiere night. This will probably be uploaded either tonight or tomorrow. Who knows? Because I'm gonna try to while I'm talking about people, I'm gonna have their pictures to the side. I'm gonna try to do that. It should be easy. It's just putting the picture there. Um, Tonight we only met 8 players. I try not to call them characters because they're real people, but sometimes it slips and I call them characters. Leah did the same thing in her interviews, and I chuckled every time she said it. Uh, what can I say? Oh, that's something. I I have notes to the side. And this is one of the things I wanted to talk about was I saw the interviews, so I didn't only just look at I looked at their pictures, their photo shoots, headshots during that video that I made, that first video I made, but the next day I watched actual like interviews that they did, so my mind has changed on some of these people. Um, like Cam is giving recruit, and I didn't think he. I don't think I thought he was gonna be a recruit, or I don't know, but his his interviews were giving recruit, and well, I mean a lot of these people were actually giving recruit. And Matt, I completely like changed my mind on him. I don't think he's first boot, but I already submitted I already like locked it in. So I locked in that I gave myself 2 people, um, that Matt or Lisa. Lisa, we haven't met because we only met 8 players tonight on the first day, part one premiere, which is lame. We should have just had 2 hours. That's something else, but I don't know if Leah's completely giving. Leah's completely giving that she's a recruit. So is Mackenzie. Who else? Cam, Rubina, and other people. The only people I really felt were like fans were people that were super fans, which was Quinn, Angela. Quinn, I've seen that people on Twitter found his Twitter, and he has his pronouns on there, and he goes by he, him, his, and so I will be using those pronouns for him. And he turns out he's an AmeriCorey fan, so already standing Quinn. Which I like after his interviews, I liked him already. But that's not the point of this video. I'm supposed to be talking about premiere night. Okay, so premiere night we met. The 8 players that we met were Chelsea. I'm trying to see if I can remember them. Uh, I do have it written down over here though. So the people we met were Chelsea, Rubina, Tucker, Cam, Angela, Kimo. Ooh, this is showing like who I remembered. I'm gonna look. Joseph. Mackenzie? Did I say Mackenzie? Oh no, Chelsea. Did I say? Okay, I'm forgetting. Whatever. Those 8. Oh, and stuff have come out. People have dug into these people, and 2 players are on everyone's bad side right now. The 2 players, by the way, if you guys want to know, are Chelsea and Brooklyn. Chelsea because it seems like she's a Zionist, and also because she follows what's her name? She follows a right political person. politician, not politician, whatever, someone on the right. Candace Owen, I believe is her name. So she's pretty much everyone's a lot of Chelsea stands were just like, oh, and they dropped her. They dropped her like Andy dropped the cowboy. Forgetting his name. My memory sucks. Just so y'all know. Um, and then Brooklyn because what? Why was Brooklyn? Oh, Brooklyn because I didn't watch this season, but she follows and then I guess is really good friends with Erin. What's her last name? It starts with a G. I can't remember, but Erin, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't. Not that the situation doesn't matter, but she doesn't matter. She's a racist, homophobic. She did. I've seen clips of what she has said, and she's a racist bigot. So for people to find out that you're friends with her, we could kind of give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she just knows her from like pageants or something, and to be nice, she followed her. And who knows, maybe Brooklyn hasn't watched the the season that she was on. I think it was season 15. I haven't watched it either, but because I'm on Twitter, I've seen the clips. But Brooklyn doesn't really give that she's on Twitter. Brooklyn, like she's a mom of three, I think. Which moms of three can still be on Brooklyn, but or on Twitter, but I don't know. She doesn't really give that she's like that, and like that she's part of the Twitter sphere. Um, but she does also. I've seen some pictures of her Instagram and or was it her Facebook? I forget. I was watching videos on YouTube and people were talking about her. Um, but I watch it on like the side while I work. Um, so it, to me, it seems like Brooklyn's on the right as well. So like it was like full of red, white, and blue, which doesn't mean you're on the right, but also kind of it gives a vibe that you're on the right. Um, I really wanted to root for my Hispanic girl. I don't even know if she's actually Hispanic. I thought she was by her picture. She kind of gives Hispanic, but white people have been I don't know how like with spray tans and like I mean I also don't look that Hispanic. I know I have that privilege of being white passing. Um, so I thought she was just kind of like that, where she was maybe white passing. But turns out, oh well, we don't know. She's married. That's why her last name could possibly be from her. Well, it is from her husband. So who knows if she's actually Hispanic or if maybe she's just white and married a Hispanic guy. I don't know. So she didn't really say she was a Latina in her interviews. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. But there's hate for them. And again, I stopped talking about the premiere and started talking about stuff that's happening on Twitter. Okay, the premiere night. We met. Oh yeah, I already said who we met. I could go over it again. I'll read it this time. Chelsea, Rubina, Angela, Cam, Tucker, Joseph, Mackenzie, Kimo. The people we didn't meet and we're gonna meet tomorrow night are Takor, I think I'm saying that right, Cedric, Matt, Lisa, Leah, Quinn, Kenny, and Brooklyn. Um, they did the whole shebang. We saw those clips of them seeing the little key and saying, "Ah, I'm going to Big Brother, yeah." Whatever, who cares? Uh, they came to the house. Uh, the first four that were supposed to that went to go enter into the house were Angela, Chemo, Tucker, and Chelsea. Chelsea, when she went up, she was the first one, like in the line. Well, let me just say this first. Tucker was the first one that was called out, and he immediately went, because he actually, in his interviews, he said he wants to break the whole stigma. He said something like that. Uh, that's whatever. About the curse of whoever enters the house is gonna lose. He says he wants to break it. He wants to enter the house first, and he wants to leave the house last. Um, he wants to win, basically. Like, so he wants to break that curse. So I guess the players didn't realize what he was saying, or like realize that he was happy about being the first one, because I think he thought he was just gonna immediately go in to the house, but producers probably told him, no, 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 stand right here. Um, so he was happy, and I think he wanted to go in there first, but by the way that they were called out, he was actually last. But when they all started walking to the door, Chelsea grabbed opened the door, but she held it. She did the whole thing. They basically revealed themselves as super fans. Chelsea, Angela, and Kimo. Um, all three of them basically revealed themselves as super fans because they didn't want to go in first. Angela like she stepped forward and she literally turned around. I'm gonna put a picture here. Like she literally spins out. She's like and Kimo, I'll keep wanting to say Komi, but it's Kimo. He just planted himself. Like he just like he didn't want to walk, like take a step forward. Like he didn't want to be pushed in, I guess, or like whenever you feel bad because you're kind of in the way, so you're just like, okay, fine, I'll go. So trying to get comfortable. So Tucker, he was just he stepped in and he walked in first, so he got what he wanted. They didn't realize that that's what he wanted. Um, but yeah, he could possibly break the curse, or who knows, he's gonna get voted off and not win, and the curse continues. I'm pretty sure in Canada they broke it. They broke that curse actually, but here in the United States it has not been broken, and I hate my banks. Um, so that was pretty funny. People on Twitter laughing about it. Like everyone, everyone thought it was funny. But also, people on Twitter don't. I guess they haven't seen the interviews and they don't realize Tucker actually wanted to enter the house first. Um, what next? Okay, I also have notes on my phone that I took while watching this show. Okay, there was so many commercials. It was annoying, but not annoying because I went on my phone to check what Twitter was saying. But the next thing that is important. Oh, by the way, if I don't mention something that happened on the episode, then it just didn't stick out. I didn't think it was worthy enough of myself to put it in my notes or anything. So I'm just not going to talk about it. If you want me to talk about it, then you can put it in the comments, and maybe I'll bring it up in the next video and be like, oh, I didn't talk about this, but this was actually interesting in the last episode. Okay. Phone locked out. Okay. So the next thing that they ended up doing was actually they all got on this two-story challenge, not challenge, well, they were questioned about the 17th guest, which whenever she brought that up, when Julie brought that up, I was very confused. I was like, so these eight are gonna actually pick who the 17th player is instead of all of them choosing who, like, or not. These eight are gonna pick if the 17th player is gonna enter into the house without the other eight. And I was like, that's weird. Why would they do that? But it is what it is. I they did it. So they were told to either press yes or no. If half of them, if five of them, because it had to be majority, if five of them said yes, then the 17th member would enter the house. They were shown the 17th player through a camera, and she talked to them about like trying to convince them to let her into the house. And they did their whole like pressing the buttons or whatever, saying yes or no. um and half of them said yes and half of them said no, so that's not five. So then, oh, her name was, what was her name? Let me check. Okay, the 17th player's name was Ainsley, which, spelling wise, it's spelled Ainsley. Yeah. So in the beginning of that is AI. Obviously, the players probably don't know this, but we saw it. So yeah, AI. Like immediately when I saw her, I was like, she's wearing like this shiny crop top, I don't know, shirt. Her hair is like a blue, purple, blue um color, and I was like, she has something to do with AI. Do I know what? No, at the moment I didn't know what. But turns out whenever she got the answer of no, you're not entering the house, she put on a sad face. She was sad, but then she was like, she started malfunctioning or glitching. She was like, actually, joke's on you. I'm gonna enter the house because I'm gonna be a part. Like you're gonna see my face this entire summer, but you're not. I'm guessing we're not seeing Ainsley. We're seeing the AI, which they're probably gonna name Ainsley, but we're not seeing the humanoid Ainsley. We're seeing this weird blue tech thing, AI. I don't know if the budget just went into the house and the challenges, because I did like what the challenges later on, the challenges that they did, I liked them. I actually did like them. And they were like, this AI thing can look however, we don't really care, because it looks weird. It looks like some, it doesn't look high tech. It looks like from 2015, like somebody drew it on 2015. I don't know how else to explain. Like it looks bad. It does not look good. It looks cringe. Like it's cringe. But we'll see how this AI is in the game. Hopefully it's good. Some people were complaining about the people that said yes. On Twitter, they were saying like, why would anyone ever say yes to bringing in more people to the house? And they were saying like, why are the people that are playing smart and said no getting punished? And I see what they're saying. I get why they say that, but at the same time, people like Angela, I knew immediately Angela was gonna say yes. That let's let in Ainsley, because you have been wanting to go on this show for like decades. Supposedly she's been trying to get in since BB12. So to deny someone like right there their chance to like be in the game, I don't know if I could do that. Like what if that was you? What if that was you? What if you had to rely on the votes of random people on that are already on the show to be on the show? You would want them to say yes. So I think that's like why some of them said yes. I did not expect. Okay, I'll tell you who said yes and who said no. Oh, I actually wrote that down in this way. So the people that said no were Kimo, Chelsea, Cam, and Tucker. And the people that said yes were Angela, Rubina, Mackenzie, which I was shocked by actually, and Joseph. I honestly thought Mackenzie was gonna say no, but they didn't really give us an explanation. Like not everyone had a confessional about why they said yes or no, so we don't know why Mackenzie said yes. Um, Okay, so the AI tells them, like, while she was trying to convince them to let her into the house, she said, if you let me in the house, there'll be advantages to this. And she said, if I'm not allowed in the house, that I don't know if she said there's disadvantages to it or if she said that there'd be problems. I forget, but she said something negative basically. And she said, and when she was confronting them, I guess, confronting, um, she said, I wasn't lying. There, you are now all gonna go do some challenges, but the ones who said yes are competing for an advantage. And from what I know of, it's a secret advantage. Like, if you get it, no one's gonna know except you and whoever you tell. Hopefully, nobody tells anyone unless you like really trust the person, but I don't think you really trust anyone on day one or day two or day three or week one. I think you have to gain it, gain that trust. Um, and then whoever said no, it's the disadvantage. What I said that already, didn't I? Whatever. Moving on. The actual challenges. So I believe that in my opinion, the challenges for no were, the challenge for no was super easy compared to the challenge for yes, which I kind of understand why, because the yes is you're trying to get an advantage. Like they're not gonna make that easy for you. The no, it was we still don't know. We don't know what the advantage is, and we don't know what the disadvantage is. My guess for the disadvantage is probably you're gonna be in sequester or something for a bit. And you're not gonna get to talk to anyone for however long, maybe a day. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't think it's slop or the have not room. If it is, kind of lame, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably something like you're not gonna get to talk to anyone for a long time, and that is a disadvantage. That is totally a disadvantage in my opinion. Um, and the advantage, honestly, I don't know. The advantage could be anything, especially with this AI. It probably has something to do with AI, I think. I think. But I could not tell you what. Okay. So what? Okay. So I'll explain the challenges. Hopefully you guys watch. You're not watching this when you haven't watched the show, the episode yet, because this is definitely spoilers. I've already basically spoiled things, but I'm definitely about to spoil who won and who lost. So I hope you've seen the episode. Don't get mad that I'm about to say who won and who lost. Okay. So the challenges were, I'll say the easy one first. The no challenge was basically there's these four boxes, cubes that you have to stick your head inside, and you have to look up these letters that are scrambled that make a word. But in this box, there's spiders, snakes, scorpions, and what was, I don't remember what the other one was. But really, I think that was so easy. Yeah, some of the uh players, they were like Cam, he said snakes. I'm gonna have to look at these snakes. But I don't think anyone was really scared. It would be another thing if the bugs and the snake or whatever the animals could touch them. Um, but because there's like plastic or plexi, I don't know what the word, glass. There's a barrier. There's no, there was nothing to be scared of in my opinion, unless you're like deadly, like you have a phobia about spiders or a phobia of snakes. Because my aunt is, she has a phobia about snakes. Like she couldn't do that challenge. She would not have been able to do that challenge. She would have been the loser. I'm just disqualifying herself because she would not have done that. So and so you, in each box there's a word that you have to um descramble and figure out what the word is. Grab the word, put it on the box for each four, and then you have to plug this cord, this big cord, into the wall, and then you press the red button, and then your timer is done, and whoever takes the longest to complete the challenge loses and gets the disadvantage. Tucker was the first one, and at first I was like, oh, a minute, that shouldn't be that bad. Who knows? Like, he was the first one, so I was just like, he should be good, right? Wrong. Girl, I was scared for him. Cause I like Tucker. From his interviews, I ended up liking him. That's an opinion that changed from his pictures. I thought, I don't know if I'm gonna be a fan, but from his interviews, I actually like the guy. I like the guy. His gay dad, his Italian family, his competitiveness. He said that his family does this. Oh, this doesn't matter. Okay, so I thought once everyone started doing it, I was like, oh. Chelsea was the last one to do the challenge, and I was like, oh, she's at 50 and she's done. And she was done. She found all four words, and I was like, oh well, Tucker lost. Tucker is has a disadvantage. And then she went to go press the button, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. Because she forgot about plugging in the cord. And I was like, Tucker saved. Tucker saved. God was on Tucker's side and not on Chelsea's side. A little bit of karma. A little bit. um, so the supposed allegedly Zionist is the one with the disadvantage, and you know what, I'm okay with that. I am so okay with that. Tucker does not have a disadvantage because it ended up taking, I think Tucker, it was like a minute and 3 seconds or something like that, but for Chelsea it took a minute and 13 seconds because after pressing the button and getting that she went to her words and was just like, did I get a word wrong or something? Like she went back into the, I think she went back to the boxes, if I'm remembering correctly. Like she started like checking her words to see if she got something wrong, and then she realized I didn't plug in the cord. So she plugged in the cord and then she pressed the button, and she was I think she knew that she messed up. Which honestly, finding, she seemed cool. Like at the house, if I didn't know everything about her already, I would have been definitely cheering for her, and I would have definitely been sad about her getting the disadvantage because she seems cool. Like at least right now at the house, I'm gonna move again. I'm slipping, I'm sliding. Um, at the house so far on episode 1. She seems cool. She seems like somebody I would want to hang out with. But I can't. I can't stand. Nope. So yeah. Moving on. The yeses. The yes challenge was this would have been difficult for me as well, but poor Angela was the first one to go, and she was struggling. Mama was struggling. Poor Angela. Okay, so the challenge is basically the room is just a screens on each wall. Colors are gonna be popping up: red, blue, green, and yellow. You're sitting in the middle of the room and you're sitting on a spinning chair, and it's spinning, and it goes faster, and you are trying to remember the colors from the 4 screens that are popping up, the sequence of the colors. So from what I remember, it's blue. Do I even remember? uh I'm gonna say blue, green, red, yellow. So she got blue, right? She got blue, but then immediately pressed another button and done. And she was just like, "Oh, dang it!" She was like, "Can I go again? Can I go again?" No, Angela, you can't go again. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, Mama. You can't go again. So yeah, that was her first challenge, and she didn't do too bad. Joseph, I like the strategy that he was trying to do. Instead of saying blue, green, like whenever he was sitting in the chair while I was spinning, instead of saying blue, green, yellow, like he was saying B, G, R, B, G, yellow, or Y. Yeah. So I liked that, but at the same time, I see how it didn't work. If anything, I think you would have to, the strategy to it that I would have done is maybe said like, okay, I'm only gonna count up to 8 colors, and then just keep repeating those in my head. Like close my eyes, don't even look at the colors while it's spinning. Just close my eyes and be like B G R Y Y R B G, and then just keep repeating that in my head, without being distracted by the other colors, and then just gone with that. And because you could memorize the 8 that you already have, which if, well, I don't know if it would have worked, but if he did do that and it worked, I don't know. I'm not in the game. Um, Other than that, Rubina tried, did well. I mean, both, or not both, all three, Joseph, Rubina, and Michaela. That's her name? Mackenzie. Mc, yeah, Mackenzie. So all three, Joseph, Rubina, and Mackenzie, they all did 4. All of them did 4. 4 correct. And then after the 5th one, they all got wrong. But the winner ended up being Mackenzie because she did it the fastest. Look at that. The youngin did it the best. The youngin. Who would have seen that coming? Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, she's 22. She's the youngest out of the 4. Um, is there anything else I wanted? There is one more thing I wanted to say, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, 2 things. So something that I did remember is while they were all looking at the house and seeing the 8, like observing the 8 or 7 other players that came with them, um one of the things that Mackenzie noticed observed was none of the men here are up to par to what she would like in a man. Um, she is 6'2", and so far in the group of men that is with her right now, none of them are taller than her. Or did she say that? Because I think technically, Cam is taller than her, even in those heels. But I guess he doesn't. He's not tall enough. I don't know, because she said the man has to be 6'5". And then production went ahead and did these whole like arrows pointing like while they're in the bath. They're all checking out the bathroom. Pointed at all the men, and we're just like, not 6'2". So I'm guessing Cam is not 6'2". Maybe he's, or not 6'5". It said not 6'5" for all of them. So I'm guessing Cam is 6'3", and I guess that's not tall enough for her, as she's 6'2". I don't know. Moving on. Oh, not moving on. I do think that Matt looks pretty tall from the clips that we got that they showed. Big Brother showed us at the end. He looked pretty tall and pretty good in the clips that we saw. So I do think Mackenzie is gonna be wanting her some Matt. Hopefully this Matt is not a misogynist. Hopefully. Um, I wonder if there might be a love triangle of Mackenzie, Matt, and Leah. But on the clip that we saw, Leah said it was a clip of Leah in a bathing suit saying that she's a what is the word? Self-proclaimed chubby chaser. I mean, okay. I don't know if anyone's chubby in this group. Joseph did seem to have a belly. Kimu's not like fit. Um, but he's gay. So, but other than that, in the men, I don't think there's a chubby person. So, I don't know why that was in a clip. If unless I don't know. Would she go for Joseph? That'd be the wildest showmans. Joseph and Leah. How old is Joseph? And how old is Leah? Leah's like 26, right? Yeah, I think Leah's 26 because I remembered that Matt is 25. Matt's 25, and I was like, oh, so Leah's actually a year older than him. But it seems from what she said, Matt might not be her preference if she's a chubby chaser. So who knows? Maybe Joseph would be her preference. If he's single, that might be a chance. That's not even where I was trying to go. I just started rambling. Um, where was I trying to go? Oh, Matt and Mackenzie might end up being a showmance. I don't know how I feel about Mackenzie. I feel like I like in the interviews I did not like how she was responding. It was giving boring. It was giving bland. But so far at the in the house, I thought she was cool. I thought she was fine. The her being chill was actually fine with me. I was just like, oh, she actually just isn't that dull. Because at first I was in the interviews I was like, she's just dull. She's boring. But from what I saw in the house, I wasn't getting dull. So I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna not be boring or if she is gonna be boring. And then I also don't know if I vibe with her as a personality, like person, other like outside of the house, because she's like a cowgirl, and I'm not very cowgirl. I don't know if I would be friends with Mackenzie, but I know Matt does like cowgirls because he went to college in Texas, and he in his Instagram he has a bunch of pictures with girls with their like cowboy hats and stuff. So Matt is gonna be into Mackenzie, so most likely. So it looks like Joanne's. Other than that, the last thing I think that I have to say is so there. Okay, the last thing that I have to say or question is the 17th player. Is there even a 17th player? Like, the AI, Ainsley, Ainsley, she was supposed to be voted in or voted, like, either voted in or not voted in. She says she's gonna be there all summer. But technically, she's not a 17th player. So we don't actually have a 17th player, right? It's just 16. So why would they tell us? Why would be why would Big Brother tell us that there's gonna be a 17th player that they vote in or not, but then there actually isn't a 17th player? And them voting in and voting out didn't really even matter because Ainsley, the AI, was gonna go in. It was gonna go in anyways. So why would they, like if that was like a big market, like a big part of the marketing for this season? They were like they would put it in the articles and everything. Like there was like, and this year in this season, there for the first time the players are gonna get to for vote yes or no for a 17th player to be in the house. But now that we watched the first episode, turns out their vote didn't matter. The AI, well, first off, players actually just AI, and the vote didn't matter because the AI is gonna be in the house anyways. That it was just weird. I have nothing, like I don't know what to say about that. And I already saw that Rob, what what's the channel called? Rob with the podcast. Rob from there is mad because in his draft, I found out that that's called a draft. Whenever you pick who's your winner pick and stuff. Um, his draft, in his draft, he has the 17th player. So he has three people. Tec- Technically, that's what it was supposed to be. He was supposed to have three. But he picked the mystery 17th player as his like third pick, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. But with this, that means that that's not an actual person. Like that means that he only has two. He only has two as options to go to win. So he's at a disadvantage for the draft thing that they do. Everyone else has three people that could win, possibly win, and he only has two because the 17th player is not an actual player. Like it's the AI. I'm rambling. Okay, I'm just gonna end the video because I don't think I have anything else to say. If I missed anything that you think I should talk about, please put it down in the comments, or if you just have advice for my video. I'm sorry if the glare was annoying. It's late and I don't want to wear my contacts. I didn't want to wear my contacts anymore, so I put my glasses on. Um, But if that was really annoying, you can go ahead and put it in the comments and tell me. I don't care about the uncomfortableness. Wear your contacts because that glare is annoying. Like the video if you liked the conversation we had. Um, what else? Subscribe if you want to be notified about my, well, I guess you have to subscribe and press the notification bell to be notified about the videos I upload. It's been good. I'm Mago Mago, or you can call me a Stephanie, whatever you want to. Bye.